Nobody should buy this impossible Callaway driver. Or should they? I mean, it's just impossible to get above 30 foot in the air. In my hands, I have the hardest Callaway driver I have ever seen. The question is, should anyone buy this thing? Oh my God, that is nose diving down there. Oh, it's literally run in the bunker and on the other side. That's how low it came out. Just look at the head design of this driver. So shallow from front to back and incredibly deep top to bottom, meaning only one thing: no spin, no control. But if you catch this right, it is going. Now, I say nobody should buy this driver, as for 99.9% of golfers out there, this isn't going to help your golf game. But this is an extremely rare head that Callaway produces, and because it's so rare, and there is a demand for this particular head type, if you were to buy this, keep it on your radar, late night auctions on eBay, and got lucky, you're never losing money. It's the only Callaway driver I know, as typically they drop an incredible amount of price when the brand new one comes out and then gets replaced, that actually holds their value. That is so low. On a day where it's blowing 25 miles an hour off the right hand side, the wind hasn't even touched that. Considering the wind is sideways, it hasn't even touched it. If you're a big hitter on a links course, I imagine this thing would be your friend. Now this is going to be the real test. Into the wind, sideways, off the left, wet, so we're getting less spin than we normally would. Airborne is on another level of thinking. Oh, I've towed it as well. I mean, it's just impossible to get above 30 foot in the air. But that's trundling down the middle. I've hit that square out the toe as well. Hilarious. And contrary to popular belief, the driver head I have here isn't anywhere near the capacity of the playing driver you currently have in your bag. And that's with one small reason. The person that would use this, try this, practice and hit this would be more prone to busting, breaking, snapping the face of a conventional driver. And if it's nowhere near as efficient as a playing driver that you currently have in your bag, why would anyone want to buy this? And more importantly, should you? Now I'm going to show you on the next tee box why this could be influential to your golf game if you can get your hands on it. Big shout out to Replay Golf for sourcing this bad boy for me. And to be fair, this is close to impossible for most people to hit, but it's adjustable. And not only that, anything that I suggest on my channel retains its value. This thing, when it would have come out, I imagine was $300, $400, something like that. This, with the shaft that it currently has in at the moment, especially in the UK, because we have no long drive products whatsoever, and the fact this is a 5-degree adjustable head, which we'll get onto in a minute, this would very easily go for £300, £350. I've seen one other Callaway long drive head on eBay at the moment. This is for £400. And if you're an amateur long drive or you're thinking about getting into it, this is the only thing you can buy currently. The reason I'm making this video for a lot of you guys that don't want to get into long drive is that if you do see one of these in the wild, if you do see one of these on a late night auction, and it might not be the X-Hop, it might be the X2, or it might be the Epic, or it might be the XR, whatever it is, and you can get it for around 100 to 150 pounds, maybe 200 pounds with a shaft, that is money very safe. Hardly any of these products are ever made, and as I'll show you on the next tee box, it could teach you a lot about your golf game. Now, very similar to how I've said in the past, if you get a set of old blades, like seriously small, and you can learn to strike that cleanly out the middle, that is going to make your cavity back, your muscle back, your P790, whatever is the easiest club in the world to hit. The same goes for this. There is no weight at the back. There is no weight at the sides. This is built for that centered strike, high launch and decent club head speed. And the reason that I particularly like the Callaway model, unlike quite a lot of the other brands, is number one, it's a big name brand and they look good. Number two, is they're adjustable. You don't have to have a double X shaft in one of these heads. You could take the adapter out and put an A-flex shaft in it. You could put a regular flex, you could put stiff flex at standard length. And the whole bit I want you guys to realize is how difficult it is, how much help you need for a lot of these drivers to get in the airborne, how much help your actual driver is giving you. And ultimately, when you practice a bit with one of these and you go back to your other one, the other one's all singing, all dancing. You don't need a brand new driver, because the training wheels of your older driver, with a bit of forgiveness, a bit of launch and a bit of help, is going to be all singing, all praising, compared to the monster that I have in front of me. Right! 117 club head speed, 164 spin rate 2000. And that was a push right. Typically, if you block something right, it's high and spinny. That's essentially rotated around the earth and coming back in left hand side of the screen. Come on, I want a good one out of these. It is wet, it is cold. So difficult and so long, especially with this double X shaft. Wow, 124 club head speed. I think that's one of the fastest I've recorded on the channel. However, as you can see, we are not getting far in this result of trying to nut one down the middle. But if you did have a softer shaft for yourself and maybe lofted it up because these are adjustable, and somehow you kept finding fairways, boy oh boy is your normal driver going to feel like a breeze. Oh, I've hit that. I've actually caught it. 311 carry. Look at the spin rate. I know that's carried 311, but nothing is stopping that. Wind, earth, fire. The problem is it did take me 3 off the tee to get one of those. That doesn't necessarily fill me with confidence on taking this out in a tournament, however. And one of the reasons I resemble this driver to a blade is that if I have any variance of swing path, that side spin is going to take it for a ride any which way. If I don't have decent angle of attack, i.e. hitting up on it, it's going to launch at 3 degrees, 2 degrees, 1 degree. You can't get the thing airborne. It's not for everyone, but because they're so rare, and let's be honest, nobody is essentially looking for them apart from those particular people. If you are in the right place at the right time and find a big name brand like Callaway with an adjustable head, doesn't matter what year it comes out, that club is going to retain its value for an incredibly long time, especially in a world where I think long drive is definitely going to get more popular in the future.